I'm going to toss to Lesa Pamplin, one of the attorneys who's talking right now.
Family is grateful. We are grateful that a jury took their time. And I mean, that's somebody at Fort Worth is going to have to, this is going to calm down a lot of things that could have happened. And I just think that as a whole, as a community, we just need to bring some light to some of the things that's happened in this courtroom during the break here. And there's two different people, two different sides of Fort Worth, and so everybody has to be treated fairly. Being a police officer doesn't give you the right to sit down with your family when you've been in custody and have lunch with your family every day when the Carr family can't do that at all. So I think that should be looked into. Sheriff Wavering, that's a reflection on how we do different things. And I've tried cases a lot. Never seen this happen before. I've had it where my clients couldn't even touch their parents, their sisters or their brothers, let alone eat with them at lunch. So that's a disparity that's got to be addressed.
We haven't officially heard from the jury, but the 11 years, 10 months, and 12 days, that kind of correlates with the fact that she was killed October 12th. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I just think jurors usually hang their hat on something, and they sat there and it's like the 11. Everything, haven't quite figured it out yet, but I think they did that on purpose.
Lesa, is this sentence justice for Atatiana?
No, 20 would have been justice. I mean, 20 would have been justice. Have manslaughter is justice. It should have been murder, 5 to 99 of life, but it wasn't. So the jury, they had a hard, decision, like I said, and 11 years knowing that this man would not be out pending appeal is huge.
Lesa,
going into
how
day
anxious
two,
were those moments as you kind of walked into the courtroom waiting for that final sentence to be read?
Very anxious. I mean, we were very anxious. It's, sitting out here with all these folks every day. It's stressful. And today, when we heard they had ordered dinner, I'm like, wow, they do plan on being here for a while.
When the jury asked for the body cam and general orders, what went through your mind?
Well, they didn't ask for general orders during the guilt innocence phase. Then I said maybe they was going through general orders just to see how many violations he came up with. Maybe giving him a year for each violation. I was just trying to think of anything why they wanted the general orders. I could see the body cam, but I never got an understanding why they needed the general orders.
A lot of times, officers across the country involved in shooting deaths, they're not convicted. What message does this send to the rest of the country?
What it should send, first of all, to Fort Worth is to change their policies. I'm a former police officer, and what R&D did was, it's unbelievable that they had, first of all, 2 rookies side by side. That normally doesn't happen. You should have a more experienced training officer out there, but just everything he did, a common sense approach would have been to knock on the door. Call dispatch and say, hey, do we have a phone number for this residence? Can you get us a phone number? Go talk to Mr. James again and say, hey, do you, something. But Aaron Dean, it's a hard charge.
So we were hearing there from Lesa Pamplin, and basically she has been a court observer here for days. She has been here every single day of this trial, and she is an attorney here in Fort Worth, and she was saying that she hopes that this verdict will lead to some change, that she was upset that there were 2 rookies that responded to this call. Had a more veteran officer been there, then perhaps this wouldn't have happened, that Aaron Dean violated policy. The jury believed that he had violated policy, that he put himself in danger, that he put himself in that situation, that Atatiana Jefferson had a split second, didn't realize that he was a police officer. He says he killed her in self-defense, but the jury thinks otherwise. They think he was reckless in his actions and gave him 11 years, 10 months, and 12 days. That is more than Amber Geiger got, and Amber Geiger was convicted of murder. In this case, he was convicted of manslaughter. Roy Oliver, who killed a 12-year-old Jordan 16-year-old Jordan Edwards received a 15-year prison sentence, and he too was convicted of murder in Dallas County a few years back. So the jury sending what they believe is a significant sentence to Aaron Dean, but others thinking that he should have gotten the maximum of 20 years, that would have been a more appropriate sentence. But this is what the jury determined, and they spent a lot of time coming up with that particular sentence. So, Izzy, that is where we stand here in Tarrant County, and we will definitely get reaction from everybody and bring you more in-depth report later on in our other newscast. Izzy.